This is the improved version of a video I made just a couple days ago. This is Parkway Drive in La Mesa. It used to be the old Coleman College campus, and they've moved up to Balboa, and they're now called Coleman University. As you can see, the building is in really bad shape. This building, the reason why I made this film, if you didn't catch the other video, is because the Scientologists bought this in 2008. So this is the Church of Scientology's property I'm walking on right now. And this is a walkabout. This is just me walking through the property. And as you can see right here, the property is just a graffiti magnet. Inside this little alcove here, there's just a load of graffiti. That's what all that paint is. They paint over it. They have a man who comes down and he paints over everything. And that guy I've seen a couple times. He also cuts the grass. Hispanic guy. There's also another guy who lives there. Stocky Caucasian. But yeah, that stuff on the wall that you're seeing right there, that's new. That's pretty new. A couple months old. You can just see the graffiti, the lines between the cracks. But yeah, they paint over this with gray paint whenever it happens. They have a guy come by or walking past. This camera that I'm using is a little Canon PowerShot, and it doesn't do high def. But then if we shot this in high def, I'm afraid that it would make the place look too pretty. Yeah, because it's not a good looking place. I apologize for the walking and the herky-jerkiness. And that box that you're seeing me walk towards, it's an Edco dumpster. They must be trimming the rose bushes or whatever those bushes are. And this part I actually cut out in the first version of the video. But what you're seeing me walk towards is the park. They have a park in the back. The property's like semi-rectangular, and then there's this tail end on the far side, and this little tail is their park, which they have. And the skateboarders use this place, and the skateboarders use the park, you know. There's no part of this entire complex that hasn't been walked through, used, damaged, whatever. And as I said, this was purchased by the Church of Scientology of San Diego in 2008 for about $9.3 million. And since 2008, it's just sat empty. Actually, it was sitting empty before then. The church, the Coleman College people finally shut down their computer museum in 2005, and they left. 2005 or 2006. So this building has been sitting empty for about 7 years. Both buildings, actually. And the building I'm walking up to is actually this used to be a bowling alley. This was the College Bowl. Yeah, it's called the College Bowl because this property is about 2.5 miles from San Diego State. So it's on the outskirts of La Mesa, and all that road noise, and I've had to turn the volume all the way down for the actual video audio, because this is right across from the Freeway 8. And this is where day one ends, and I ran out of memory on the sound card, on the camera card. As you can see, whatever they can't lock down, they just kind of board over with plywood. You can see the birds chirping. I shot that. This just broken glass. People, as I said before, they come through here all the time. The place is just used. You can see the skateboarders, their shoe marks on the walls, the scuff marks. I don't know why it's shaky right here, but this is the entrance to Building 1, the original bowling alley, which is why they used to call Coleman College the Bowling Alley College. And you can see one of the doors has already been kicked out. That's why there's a piece of plywood over it. That's the interior right there. It's just a gutted wreck. The future is computers. Well, the future ain't there for this property, that's for sure. I like the stone. Nice stone facade there. And that's the interior of the computer museum. You can see it's completely empty except for a sawhorse and some other stuff and a fan in the back. For some weird reason they have Edco garbage recycling. There's their empty parking lot. This is the windway. That weird looking thing's a chair. This is where it gets really shaky. I don't like this bit at all whatsoever. I don't know why this is shaky. I was filming it at like neck height, and that's why it looks like it does. So this building, this two-story building that I'm walking towards, this I used to think was a nurse's training school, but it actually turns out that it's a some sort of prep school or GED school, or was. You can see there's a fence around it. That fence has been there for a while. This is a 400 spot parking lot, by the way. And that thing I'm zooming in on, that's a stairway. That's a cement stairway to upper parking. There's parking up on top of the property. What I've heard is that with this property, if they're ever going to demolish it, they have to replace a 9-inch or 8-inch or 9-inch sewer line. Because the people up the hill, they want their sewer redone. And you can see there, if you look closely, there's the studs. They've mashed the drywall right off the wall there, so it's just bare studs. I'm sure that people have been living in this building. I've seen a guy come in and out of the building. I think he's one of the Scientologists. There used to be a guy living in a trailer behind building 1. So yeah, it's got regular squatters, it's got Scientology squatters, it's got skateboarders riding through. It's a mess. I've talked to the City of La Mesa, and they would like to sell this property to real. There's a shot of the door that's always open. There's the very nice mural that they have on the side of the building. Yeah, so the City of La Mesa would love to own this property. They would love to have it, but they can't because the Scientologists own it. Here's me just walking through the parking lot. They would love to sell it to a developer so that they could get some tax money out of it, because it is considered a church. The Scientologists will have to pay no taxes on this property, and have been paying no taxes. They've been paying some back taxes on it, but yeah. And as I said, this was $9.3 million, and you can see that the asphalt's in really poor shape. And this is what their $9.3 million have bought them. This big empty building. This thing I'm walking toward is some sort of electrical substation of some sort. I think it powers the, I don't know what that is. I think that's a cemented over sewer line. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, this building, I have no idea what it does. I used to think it was a guard shack, but it isn't. See the signage. You get the radio frequency warning, and I don't know what that's for. And I pan back, and you can see this dates back to when this was still Coleman College. 7380 Parkway Drive, the address. You can see the sewer right there, so there's drainage. But yeah, actually the fire department comes in here and they trim the trees. I've seen them actually trimming the trees. And this thing I'm walking up to is a repeater for the cell phones, disguised as a palm tree. Keep on walking. There's a cut. Walking through this, these are the rocks, and this is their leaky sewage system. No, it's a sprinkler system. It's just leaking away. Nice and green and slimy. As you can see, the asphalt's in really poor shape. The grass is in very poor shape. I mean, they have weeds between the bushes. It's just a mess. It's a real eyesore. Even the curb paint is gone. And here's the lights that are on 24 hours a day inside, trying to scare people off. Notice that even the glass is etched. And you notice again that the curb, that's red paint that's completely faded away. And you can see the only nice thing about this property are the palm trees. Yeah, those blobs on the wall at the top, if you wind it back, they cover the old Coleman College sign that used to stick. It was stuck on the side. You can see the grass is completely burned out looking, and the sprinkler system's a mess. They even stole the bottom of the light pole, that cover, the little round cover that goes on that. You can see the asphalt's in bad shape. No work is done on this property at all, except for painting over graffiti and trimming the grass and basic things. And somebody left a water bottle, and somebody left a McDonald's fry box. Somebody left a piece of cardboard in the road. But yeah, people walk through it, and they know that this place is abandoned, and they use it for whatever they want. And that's what the Scientologists have bought. They bought $9 million worth of nothing. Just absolute nothing. It's a nice street, though.